Hi everyone. So I'm gonna talk about QT and what it has done for my boy. I have a 5-year-old boy who was recently diagnosed with ASD last year, and so I've searched online and I found QT, and I was so excited because I know that somehow it will help. And so we've started QT March this year, and so far it was really good. Now, question about, is a robot able to engage children in a better way and help them to learn topics that are hard for them to learn in a traditional educational setup? Yes. I say yes because QT is able to engage more for my child, because QT looks like a boy as well, looks like a boy who's just talking and asking questions for my boy. And my boy really likes him. Well, my boy likes QT to be a girl, so he likes her. And it's very fun for him. We'd be able to spend once they were able to have a few sessions initially. Later on, my boy is able to go 30 minutes to an hour with QT, and he is learning so much. And there is just that certain aspect where QT can penetrate through my boy because of how he talks, of just whatever that he does, she does. What else? Another question is the engagement caused by the robot a novelty that wears off, or the engagement is long lasting? I'd say it's long lasting. It depends really on the parent or on the educator. So if QT asks your boy certain questions, then you'd need to apply it into day-to-day basis so that there is more retention, and so in that way it is long lasting. So it's not just QT and the child per se, and then that's it. There should be day-to-day involvement of what QT has taught the child. How often does it need to be used? We use it every day. If he's feeling well, we use QT, and the reason behind is we'd want to make the most out of it. And it depends on your child. My child loves QT, and he could stay on for 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the topic, of course. He likes to have new units all the time to keep him engaged. But as soon as my boy says he's finished, I always ask him, do you want to continue or do you want to finish, so that he does not get bored with it, and that he'd have a positive experience for it. Yeah. So another question, how long will it take for parents to see an impact? Well, for me, I was able to see the impact pretty much straight away. Not very grand. It was subtle. He'd correct me on how I talk to him already because of QT. So I remember, for example, there's this worker, a chef or a baker, and because I said he was cooking a bread, and then he said no, he's baking a bread. So that was really good. Yeah. How easy is it for busy parents to use the robot to teach to their kids? Do they need technical knowledge? Do they need to pass trainings? I'm pretty sure not. Initially, it's gonna be very daunting because there's so much. As soon as the team talk you through it, it's just pretty easy. And what I like about QT is, because I'm a busy parent, where my husband and I both work full time, having QT in our home, in our house, and that we could just get to him anytime that we want, is very, very convenient. You don't have to go out and go somewhere, especially when you're tired. You can just do whatever anytime. And so that is really very helpful. Yeah. So what else? Does the robot come with a learning plan for the parents to follow? Mostly yes, but mostly the team will guide you through it, and the team are very helpful. So is the robot educational activities customizable for the child's level? Yes, I guess, because every month you get to talk with the team, with the therapist, and whatever your concern is, they'll be able to do a plan for you, depending on how your kid is achieving or improving or not improving. So to sum it all, for me, my boy hasn't had any therapy at all ever since he got diagnosed with ASD. The first ever therapy, or at least teaching, that he has is QT. And so now he's being assessed with a speech language therapist and online, and I'm able to see him, how he answers the questions, what he has learned through QT. It's amazing, because QT would basically just cover everything that the child needs to know, specifically on a level. Let's say if they're 3 years old or 4 years old or 5 years old, they're supposed to be able to know all these, and QT has taught that. And I could see it through the assessment. I could see how my boy has learned a lot. And even though he's poor socially and he can't express himself so much, but his level of understanding is superb, because I'd say because of QT, QT has covered all those. So I'm really, really very happy with QT, and thank you for the team. That's all.